Hi, Keisha here of New World Mind and Spirit, and thank you for joining me for this review of and flip through of the Dark Goddess Tarot deck. And I actually wanted to start off really quick just to talk for just a minute just about why I believe working with goddesses in some form is so important. I know a lot of women are turned off by the idea of working with a goddess or studying with goddesses, simply because they don't particularly believe in that that belief system, or they kind of figure it's closer to religion. But the argument that I have for at least studying different goddess archetypes is that it just really helps us as feminine people, and as people who often are just naturally not so much fitting into what our current society says is important, as far as masculinity, as far as just having very outward driven, constantly seeking traits that our society tends to really prize. And I find that we have a very narrow definition of what it means to be feminine, and learning to study goddesses and to work with goddesses, even if it's on an energetic plane and not so much as an actual god, and not so much as actually worshiping it, even if just studying the different aspects that a goddess brings to it and its history, it just really has, for me, blown open the definition of what it means to be feminine. So many different goddesses encompass so many different personality types and so many different archetypes, and it has been something immensely freeing, and has enriched my life personally. Just to see how the feminine can be really expressed in so many different ways. And it's refreshing, to actually go back and see that our current definition, very narrow definition of femininity, that is usually preached in the mainstream, is something that's just so new, that previously, being feminine meant so much. It didn't mean you just were, running around in a dress, and that you were a mother and a wife, and a good mother and a wife, and well behaved, and all these other things. There are actually so many different aspects of the feminine, and because of that, I have some of my favorite ones here. And these aren't even all the goddess statues that I have. I actually have some more throughout the house as well, but these are just ones that were close to me at the time. This is probably my absolute favorite one that I work with the most. This is Isis, of course, one of the oldest goddesses that we know of, that is just traditionally a goddess of magic, of the clever woman. She is a considered a great mother and a great wife and what more, but there's so much more to her. She is someone that I go to when I need to be, intelligent, when I need to be well educated about things, anytime I'm going to try to take a test, really apply myself, really shine. She's someone that I associate with just glamour, and also just, again, being just on top of your game. And she's just someone who has been around for so long, and is a very caring, nurturing, but also very powerful, and just full of magic. And she's one of my favorite. Isis, formerly known as Aset, and the goddess of 10,000 names, as she has been known throughout history. Also from Egypt, we have Sekhmet, who is, of course, the lion-headed goddess, totally different than energy than Isis, someone who was very all about aggression, like war, vengeance. Definitely represents an angry and wild and feral and actually fearsome side of the feminine. And one thing about working with goddesses too, the Morgan is another one that is a goddess of battle, a goddess of sex, a goddess of magic and the night. Hecate appear, a Greek goddess, who was a goddess of the crossroads, also a goddess of spells, goddess of the underworld, of ghosts and necromancy. And what I like about some of these, especially the darker goddesses, which we're going to go into with the Dark Goddess Tarot in a second, is that it is okay to have a darker side to us as women. We are often demonized for having, a darker side or parts that just are naturally a part of us, of being kind of unpredictable and kind of having fluctuating emotions. And this actually is a point of power when we look back at the way many ancient people saw it. And it's just an aspect of the feminine that still has its divinity, still has its strength. And you don't have to always be sunny and roses all the time. Even some of the lighter goddesses, again, Isis is usually seen as a more open and kind and nurturing goddess, as is Yamaya, Yoruba goddess of the ocean. Oshun is often also a goddess of abundance, love, fertility, women, beauty, also seen as more of an open goddess. But all of these goddesses, even the ones that are kinder, often have a dark side. They have myths where they act up, they act out, and it's still an immense form of power and respect. And so I just like to give a little spiel, because I think that really learning about different goddesses is an excellent way to really increase our self-worth as women, and to really improve on different aspects of ourselves, and kind of expand our understanding of who we are, and to really kind of learn to love ourselves and appreciate all parts of us more. And when there are parts of us that we want to bring more in, there are so many masculine goddesses, for example, though the Morrigan is very much a woman, but she also was very much a warrior and very much can hold her own on any battlefield. Same with Sekhmet, not someone you ever wanted to cross. And I feel like these are always great choices to kind of study more, and then, to learn to get more, to reach out to more, and even work with, energetically, just bring in the energy of a goddess to benefit you. We can all use more, things that we might be lacking in, for example, working with a nurturing goddess to be more nurturing, be softer. Working with the goddess of beauty to enhance your beauty and your attraction. Working with the goddess of battle to become more assertive and more aggressive when we need to be, because those are times in life that we need to be. On our earthly journey, we need to have so many different aspects to ourselves to really be successful in life. And that's why my definite thumbs up is for reaching out to goddesses and working with different goddesses. And one way certainly is to just collect statues like I have, and that speak to you and that call to you and you think are beautiful, and then to study and learn more. The next step after you get a statue, get a book. Like, for example, I have books on all of these goddesses. Most of them are in Kindle format, but one exception, the Morrigan's book. I have this amazing book, Celtic Lore and Spellcraft of the Dark Goddess, Invoking the Morrigan, by Stephanie Woodfield. And this is an amazing book that has so much good information about her. And I have so many other amazing books. I think Leslie Jackson has awesome books about some of the Egyptian goddesses, such as Isis, Sekhmet, and Hathor. And there's some other amazing books as well about all these other goddesses. Definitely recommend that. But another way that recently I found that I think is going to be a great way to really learn to just really connect with goddesses as well, and their different energies, and find out who, can reach out to you, is actually through a tarot deck. So I actually went ahead and ordered the Dark Goddess Tarot, and I just received it a few days ago. So I'm very excited to open it up and see what it's all about and check it out. And that's what we're going to do in a minute here. Awesome. Okay. And another way too, I guess, is to actually use the tarot to communicate with goddess. I actually have a tarot deck that I use specifically for Isis, and has been an immense help and guide in my life. So let's check out the Dark Goddess Tarot and see what it's all about. Okay, so I am excited to open our package here, Dark Goddess Tarot. And, ooh, wow. Beautiful box. Very nice. So this is it. So we have The Dark Goddess Tarot by Ellen Lorenzi-Prince. Really awesome box here. I'm just reading the back really quick. Dark, as in deep. Dark, as in kept in shadow. Dark, as in real. As in blood, sweat, and tears. Dark as the body of the Queen of Heaven. Wow. Rich in myth and magic, the Dark Goddess Tarot brings the reader messages from 78 powerful, supernatural female figures from nearly every culture around the globe. They can be shunned or overlooked as they represent aspects of life that people find uncomfortable, sometimes only when those powers are in female hands. Interesting. Powers of age and death, sex and sovereignty, ferocity and judgment. The Dark Goddess Tarot invokes these beings that their wisdom may guide us through the darkness they traverse. Their stories, their likes, and their cultures appear in the tarot, where their energies and the cards' meanings intersect. Visionary in scope, yet grounded in scholarship, the Dark Goddess Tarot is made for dark times, encouraging the reader to embrace authenticity, strength, and deep inner wisdom. Wow. Very cool. So let's break this open. See what we have. Okay. Let's move this out. Wow, really nice hard box. Very good. Oh, mine got a little crunched here, it looks like. But it's a nice flip box. So, ooh, really pretty inside of the box. Let me see if I can. A little bit more light here. Really nice. And wow, what a guidebook. So we got a definite good size guidebook here. Like really pretty. Wow. Contents with Goddess. Wow, this is really, really nice. I cannot wait. Nice. So we have a list of the majors here, as well as the goddess that it represents. Wow. And also, okay, so we have a name change for the courts. So we have Amazon instead of page, siren instead of knight, witch instead of queen, and hag instead of king. Very cool. So we have a little section about working with the goddesses, launches into the majors. Wow, I love this. This is very cool. We get plenty of information here. We got the card, full color image of the card. Oh wow, Isis, my favorite. Number 1 is the Magician, Egyptian goddess of life and magic. Wow, and underneath here it says, invoke the names, learn the secrets of the sun. Wow, very cool. Nice, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Like, this is definitely legit. A legit guidebook. I cannot wait to go through this and spend time reading about these amazing deities and also how they tie to the cards of the tarot. So this is going to be pretty cool. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so that was one thing I was going to say. I was like, oh, I don't see any particular spreads, but okay, nope, never fear. So we have some Dark Goddess Tarot spreads, Substance and Shadow, What, Why, and How, and Goddess Be With You. Very cool. And we have a little summary at the end. And my personal journey with the Dark Goddess Tarot by the creator, Ellen Lorenzi-Prince. Wow, I cannot wait. I'm so excited already. I cannot wait to dive in. So these are the cards. So they come there's a little carving. Oh, let me see if you can see. Carved area here where there's a little hole. So there's a way to kind of reach in, pull them out, and wow, look at the gilding. Oh my gosh. So I can't tell if you can see, but they're not just gold gilded, they're like sparkly gold gilded. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And a good size card. These are the backs, a little compass. And wow. So already I can't wait to use these. They're so beautiful. All right. Okay, so here we are going to do a flip through of the Dark Goddess Tarot. And first off, we have Sheila Na Gig as the Fool. And I actually did look this one up ahead of time. I like many in this deck, I'm sure. I've never heard of Sheila Na Gig. And apparently these are primitive female figures that were often drawn on medieval British churches. And she is spreading her vulva here as these figures often do. And it's all about just being open and just being receptive to what life brings. And I think that is such an amazing way to depict the Fool. Just being open and receptive, like to life and to the world, and just being open to let things come through. And I love that depiction on here. So I can't wait to read more, find out more about Sheila Na Gig, though I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce a lot of these, but I'll do my best. Oh, we have Isis, one of my favorites. There she is right there as the Magician. Very good. And we have the Pythia as Priestess. The Black Madonna. Nice. That's so beautiful. As the Empress. And we have the Morgan as Sovereignty. So instead of the Emperor, we have Sovereignty. Love that. And of course, Morgan is just over my shoulder behind me. One of my favorite goddesses. We have Cybele, the Hierophant. Very cool. And we have Freya as the Lovers. I love that. Really beautiful. And we have Ishtar as the Chariot. And Samovila as Strength. Baba Yaga as the Hermit. Fortuna as the Wheel of Fortune. And I have a Fortuna statue as well downstairs. And Mott as Justice. What a beautiful Justice card. It's one of my favorites already. Really nice. And the Hanged One is Tiamat. I can't wait to look these up. I can't wait to spend time with this deck and really go through it. And La Santa Muerte is Death. Really beautiful card. This is actually on the cover, of course. And we have Brigitte as Alchemy. So instead of Temperance, we have Alchemy, which is a good change. And I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that, but here's Corruption, which is really cool. So instead of the Devil, we have Corruption. And instead of the Tower, we have Destruction, which is Kali. Very nice. And we have the Stars, which is the Spider Woman. Cool. And the Moon is Arianhad. And Sekhmet is the Sun. Very cool. Of course, I have a Sekhmet statue in this room as well. And Persephone is Liberation. I actually have a Persephone statue as well. And Coatlicue is the World. All right, we have Ace of Fire, Vesta. The Two of Fire, Hecate. Love Hecate. Have her as well. Circe, Three of Fire. Kamufuchi is Four of Fire. I love the multiculturalism. Is very, very awesome. And Eris, Five of Fire. Epona, Six of Fire. Durga is 7. Red Dakini is 8. 9 is Shantika. And 10 is Tion. Pele is the Amazon of fire, so this is the page of fire. The Siren of fire is Kadesh, and this is the Knight of fire. The Witch of fire is the Queen of fire, which is Sarah Dwen. Hag of fire is the King, Maman Brigitte. Very nice. She's the King. All right, so we have Ace of water, which is the Face of the Deep. 2 of water, which is Lorelei. The 3 is Mami Wata. And 4 is Lethe, or Leth. La Llorona, 5 of water. That's a movie on Netflix. Actually just released that. Actually, just reminded me I wanted to see that. Very cool. I love this. It's so well done. We have Tefnut, which is 6. And 7 is Maeve. 8 is Sedna. 9 is the Lady of the Lake. That's nice. Very cool. 10 is Isha. All right, and we have the Amazon of water is Skyla. Definitely remember her, the whirlpool creature. All right, and that's technically the page. Aphrodite is Siren of water, aka Knight of water, Knight of cups. I think that's really appropriate. Great choice. Haya Akitsu Hime is the Witch of water. I hope there's pronunciation guides in this book, but might have to. If not, I'm gonna have to look it up. Let's do some self-study. Ron, Hag of water. So I definitely want to call them by their proper names. Nemesis, Ace of air. All right, we got the 2 of air, Athena, and the owl. Oh. Blue Dakini, 3. And 4 is Nut or Newt. 5 is Haryanago. Cool. 6 Scothosh. 7 is Laverna. 8 Crow Mother. 9 is Banshee. That is so cool. That is one of my favorites. Favorite 9 of air cards ever. That's really cool. 10 is Arenies. Arenies. Very cool. Okay. Amazon of air is Scotty. Siren of air is Lilith. Very cool. Yeah, I love that. Witch of air, nice. Oh yay. Really cool. Hag of air, Du Mavati. Wow. Cool, cool. All right, and finally we have the Earth card. So Gaia, Ace of Earth, very good. And I like how they chose the elements instead of the classic suits. I think it's appropriate for goddesses. Wow, hell, 2 of Earth. That is an amazing card. It's absolutely amazing. 3 is Norns. 3 of Earth, Norns. 4 is Sphinx. 5 is Demeter. Cool. 6 is Sonaqua. And 7 is Ereshkigal. 8 of Earth, Kalish. Oh, I can't wait to dive in. I just can't. I'm gonna do that right now, actually, since I'm done. 9 of Earth is Blodowed. Again, sorry for mispronunciation. The 9 of Earth in general, or 9 of Pentacles, is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. And this is beautiful. So I really can't wait to see, to read about her and what this is about. And we have the 10, which is Allah. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Amazon of Earth is Artemis. Wow. The Knight, or rather the Siren, instead of Knight, we have the Sirens. Siren of Earth is Balbo. The Witch of Earth is Inanna. And finally, the Hag of Earth. So this is the King of Earth. She Who Watches. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. So cool. So that is the Dark Goddess Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for this little unboxing flip through. I cannot wait to go through this deck. And I definitely, hope this helped you if you're deciding on purchasing this deck or not. Hopefully this helped you to say yes, you would like to get this deck and support this artist. I think this is a beautiful deck. And I think it's going to be a great way to learn about different goddesses all over the world, to connect with goddesses and combine that with tarot. I think this is an amazing deck. I can't wait to go through the cards more in depth and the guidebook, and really and also self-study. When you find a goddess that really resonates with you, that piques your curiosity, your sense of mystery, to go off the grid and just do all the things. Wikipedia, start there, Google it. There's often groups that are dedicated to a certain goddess or a web page, and then you get a book on it, and it just goes from there. And that's how it always starts. So thank you so much for joining me today. And hopefully this reinvigorates or re-inspires you to not just to get this deck, which I definitely recommend, but also to go out and connect with goddesses. Because I think the more of us that do reconnect with goddess archetypes, goddess energies, I really do believe that that's only going to feed all of us as humanity and help us elevate and help our self-esteem grow as a whole collective, and as a group, grow us and heal us and help us to be more at one with ourselves. So thank you so much for joining me, and be safe and be well, and we will see you next time. Take care.